Hello, today we're going to be looking at the Bandai Toys Dream Project Godzilla vs. Titanosaurus set. This has been a holy grail of mine for many years, since I was a little wee lad. And then I got it like 3 years ago or something like that. So I've had it for a little while now, but I'm still really stoked to have this in my collection because it's so cool. And it was one of those kind of sets you never really think that you'll end up getting, but then you're an adult and then you get money and you're like, ooh, I can buy stuff that I couldn't when I was little, and then it's all fun and stuff. So anyways, this is the box, in case that wasn't clear. It's a box. It's got the two fellas on it, and on the side it has the two fellas once again. Other side, there they are, except like they're wider shots so you can see more. And then the top has them again, and they're like, oh yeah, they're gonna fight, it's gonna be cool. And the bottom, just a regular, just a kind of a boring shot, honestly. And then the back, very fun. You see the Chogokin diecast MechaGodzilla 75, which I don't have, and honestly probably doesn't scale incredibly well. Like Titanosaurus, I'm pretty sure is supposed to be bigger, but whatever. Very cool. All right, so that's the box. It's very box-like, because that's what boxes are supposed to be like. So let's open this up, shall we? So, nothing beat opening this for the first time, let me tell you. Okay, doing this with one hand is not easy. Come on, box, work with me here. Okay. Okay, I did it. Adjust the camera a bit. All right, and there they are. Look at that, oh, their tags are falling out, that's fine. Here's their tags. I just realized I've never really shown the tags for the other figures I've reviewed before, but whatever. I don't really care that much about these. I care about these guys. Godzilla. And the Titanosaurus. These two are some of, I think, some of the best molds that Bandai has ever made, and the painting on them is fantastic. We're gonna start off looking at Godzilla. So 75 is one of my favorite Godzilla suits ever, along with 74. The main difference really being that 75 is a lot grumpier looking, a little more menacing. So taking a good look at his face, he's got that grumpy look that I was just talking about. Got like a bit of a sort of almost seafoam green-ish color, but very light. It's very faint. Not faint, what am I trying to say? It's not terribly green, there's just a small hint of green, but yeah. Got his, his eyeballs. They're pretty eyeball-y, if I do say so myself. He's got little nostrils out there, and he's got sort of the pug-looking face, whatever this stuff on his mouth is called, his lips, I don't frickin' know. And then we got his little teeths, all painted individually, and a little red tongue, but the rest of his mouth is just black. Maybe would have preferred if they'd actually did the whole thing red in there, but whatever, not a big deal. His arms, I really like how they posed his arms with this figure. He's in a boxing stance or something, he's ready to throw down. It's pretty cool. And they got there's a little bit of, if my camera wants to focus, there's some sort of metallic silverish, kind of dark silver on there, on the nails, which is pretty nice. And then the tubbing has got a little bit of this color, though it's even less. No, it's not even that color actually, it's just gray, just a little hint of gray. But some of that seafoam green is there on the knees. His knees look nice, I don't know. I like this Godzilla's legs, which probably sounds weird, but I don't really care. And yeah, he's got the 3 toes. How many other Godzillas only have 3 toes? I think that's just a Showa Godzilla thing. But they're quite nice feet. Wouldn't mind being stomped on them if I'm being totally honest. So weird thing about the spikes, they look great, but they're actually on backwards when you first get them. I don't know if there's a good photo for me to show you. Yeah, okay. Right here, they're on the camera wants to focus. The big ones are supposed to be farther up, but for some reason they're not. I don't remember if this was actually like glue sealed on, or if I had to just like sort of undo it, but once I got it out, it was pretty easy to just put back in. So I recommend doing that so that it doesn't look weird. But they're very nicely sculpted, I will say. We've got a bunch of like little bumps in them and everything. Very nice, kind of like just a light silver. Like there's only a little bit of like metallic shine to it, but it's there and it looks very nice. And then top of his head only goes to like right here, the silver paint. Can my camera just focus? Jeez, all right. And then it just goes to black, and then the weird green that's there for some reason. And then his tail, just only a little bit. Like they didn't paint the little rose right here, but that's no big deal. They also didn't paint these two. I feel like they could have done that, but whatever. Paint is generally very good, other than like the things that I'm complaining about are more just like nitpicks, honestly. But like he looks great generally. This like the little bits of like sort of seafoam-ish green on him really like pop for some, like they look really good. And the sculpt is just amazing. I really dig this sculpt. As for articulation, the head does a nice little 360 and it feels really smooth. I really like that. His arms also do, but like you gotta be careful because they can scrape against the body if you do that. But I mean, I don't know why you would constantly 360 them. Like, I feel like you only need to do that for a review. His legs, they also kind of scrape against it, but there's no paint there, so it's not as big of a deal. And then his tail also. Unless that was glue sealed. Was that glue sealed? Oh, I think it was glue sealed. I think I just undid it at some point. Whatever. Get back in there. Get back inside his butt. In his butt. God damn it. Get in his butt now. Now. Inside Godzilla's asshole you must go. Good job. So, yeah, this figure, awesome. Love him very, very much. And, like, I feel like, you know, Titanosaurus kind of steals the show for a lot of people, but this Godzilla is amazing as well. But, let's move on to Titanosaurus. He's amazing. This is pretty, like, legendary. Both the original Titanosauruses were pretty legendary figures, and then they got a repaint recently, and it kind of doesn't look as good, but, you know, it's an option. But the paint on this guy is very good, and a little more accurate, I'd say. Like, the other one looks great, but the darker paint, I think, is more accurate. His face is super detailed. Like, every one of those little dots, it seems, is painted black, which is really nice. There's a little bit of a slight grayish, like, highlight right above and below his eyes. It's a little more noticeable here. Actually, it's a little bit sort of, it's similar to this color, actually, that sort of almost seafoam green. His eyes, a bit of gold, there's some black around his eyeballs. Very nice. He's got like an orange creamsicle looking fin on the back. I really like that. Nice long neck. There's bits of orange, and then, you know, all the spots are painted. There's probably a few stray ones that I like. Well, as far as I can tell, I don't really see any stray ones that like just aren't painted. I'd really like it if my camera could focus. We've also got this line right here, which is like how the suit actor would get in. It would just like open up back here. Very nice, very nice. And I think right here is where the suit actor would see. Like these little black dots would actually probably be some of the holes where he would, you know, peek out and be like, "Ooh, look, there's Godzilla over there. I'm gonna punch you." Claws have like a little bit of a bone white-ish color. My camera is really not into that whole focusing thing, is it? His tummy is gold, and then he's got like little bits of black paint right here, sort of like dry brushed on his tits, He's really put the tit in Titanosaurus. What I've seen, like these dots are on the figure normally, like this isn't a defect, but they always seem to be in different spots. Like, if you've got like two of this same figure, the dots are probably going to be in a different spot, at least from what I could tell. But yeah, the gold is pretty nice. And it's, yeah, his legs, you got a bunch of like random bits of random highlights, a bit of yellow, a bit of sort of a salmon color, and down to his little footsies. Very nice, very nice. Some more of that bone white, and some salmon color on his foots. And then his fin, same sort of orange creamsicle look going on right there. It's really cool. Like, the detail in the paint is spectacular. This is like one of Bandai's best figures, in my opinion. They nailed it. They did it just about perfectly. As for articulation, he's got like the same amount. I'm pretty sure he's got all the same joints. So head, arms, I'm not gonna, do I wanna, okay. Didn't want to scrape against it. This is not a cheap figure. And then the legs, be very careful. And then the little tail, which I think might have been glue sealed as well, but whatever. I'm turning it now, so deal with it. Yay! So yeah, same amount of joints and everything. And as for size, like, you compare them together, Titanosaurus should probably be like closer to here, I think. Probably, judging from like where the suit holes would be, because like this is right here in Godzilla's neck would be like where his suit actor looks out, and then right here again, these dots would be where Titanosaurus' suit actor would look out. So I think they would be around here. So it's not quite accurate. They're more at like eye level right now. My bed is kind of making it a little uneven, but yeah. And then also I've got MechaGodzilla from around that time to compare. And shit, is it just my bed or here? No, that's, I think he's supposed to be a little bigger, but I'm not sure. Or maybe they're around the same size. I don't remember. You'd think after like watching both the older MechaGodzilla movies, I'd remember what the size is. I've watched them like a lot. Those are like two of my favorite Godzilla movies, but I don't remember. And, you know, this is fairly accurate. I think Titanosaurus should be like up here, but he's, again, kind of closer to eye level. But whatever. They all look really good together, though. I display them all together on the shelf because they just look awesome with the box in the background, because this is a pretty cool box. I'm not always a box. I don't always keep the boxes of my figures because they just take up room and I don't really need them a lot of the time. But if they look really cool, then I will keep them because coolness is cool and I like cool. So I think that about does it for this review. I'm really happy that this is a part of my collection because this is just such a legendary set and the figures are just super cool and stuff, and I love them, and yeah, just awesome. So yeah, I guess that about does it. Bye-bye.